Wednesday, June the 25th. We're over here working on a field. Scott mowed yesterday. But this field, which is probably, could be 12, 14 acres, and then the place next door, which could be 10 acres, and then a couple other little patches on east of here across the road. He kind of got these all mowed at once on yesterday, and so trying to get them rolled up today. It's just now noon, so getting a little early start. Supposed to get up to 97 today. I was in town yesterday and seen 105 on my thermometer in Nita's car, and it was hot. Scott's got it started the baling over there. Like I said, we're just getting started here. I've been in the woods this morning. Got me a truckload of logs brought home. I would have took them to a mill, but I didn't have time. He was ready to get started before I ever got out of the woods. But I kind of think I need some logs at home. I get the opportunity to cut a few things once in a while, and I don't have the stuff to make it out of, so I think it'll be to my advantage to have a load at home. At least that's enough to get started anyway. Like the other day, I gave Scott an order that I had for 60 6x6s. Sound like much, does it? But it's a $1,200 order. Anybody that don't know, I'm using a V-rake like this, and we've got ours set up to make a nice wide windrow, about the same as what the pickup on the baler is. It's pretty essential that when you're doing it that way, that you get your rake to making a full pickup on both sides. So you have to drive at just a certain place. There's no GPS out here. This is all old school technology. So you gotta drive over on the hay some in order to get a full swath with that rake. And I've done this enough that I ought to be able to do it and do it really well. And then I start filming and I don't do it as good. That has a lot to do with whether your bales wind up the same size on both ends. And some of it is the skill of the guy driving the baler. It always is, but I've been making, there's only been like 2 years in the last, I'm going to say 40 years, that my family has not made hay on this piece of ground. We baled this custom for a man named Jim Ball, this piece right here, and it was some ground that his wife had inherited, I think. But anyway, it was family ground, and I remember coming over here when I was really little, and Jim and his 3 boys was out here picking up the square bales off from this. He always wanted to try to get it baled on Memorial Day weekend. Wanted to bale on Memorial Day weekend. But I think that had something to do with he got a day off from work on that weekend, so he'd like to get it baled when he had a day off from work. But the truth is, it rains every Memorial Day weekend. I think it has since they decided there would be a Memorial Day. And so we would always get his hay wet, always. Just one of those things that I remember from way back when. Third bale coming out right there. Scott's baling. I'll just say this about the video. We got the same old players in it today, and I've lost track. I'll probably have it on the title, but I don't know how many days we've been working with this. But this is in the 3rd week the first week we got like 70, a little more than 70 acres baled. And then last week we got maybe 90, 95 acres baled. And we're gonna try to finish it up this week. He's already got a piece mowed to bale tomorrow. And our baling needs to be kind of abbreviated on Wednesday because we both have to be at church, so that won't be no problem. But it's supposed to, we got a really good chance of rain overnight tonight, so we'll see how that goes. But then he's only got one little, probably 20-acre piece over here that he does on the shares right across the road from my place. And then we've got Dakota's 35 acres to bale. He probably won't be able to get off from work to help us, so I told Scott when we got ready to do that, we ought to just get together and me and him both go work on mowing it. But I don't know if that'll happen or not because we've been trying to log in the mornings. I may just have to take a day off from logging to go get that mowed, but if we mow it, I think we'll be able to then get it baled all in one day without too much trouble. The way it works is the raker, if the wind don't blow the windrows all over, the raker can get everything raked up, and then I go, since I'm the raker, I go get the other baler and bale. So, well, better keep at this. I'll see if I get some more video here. Well, I got on to the last pieces of this. I don't know if you can see it or not. On my hood, there's sprinkles. I'd had Anita come and get me and take me to get my other baler when we were on that one field over there. It's just through those trees. You can see some of them right there, maybe. He's over there finishing up the last couple of windrows. And I got over here and got started doing that. I don't think he'll quit, but I don't know. I've had some sprinkles on my windows along, but never any that I could even see on my hood until I got over here. And I just made one little windrow loop down through there. But we'll see what he says when he gets here. We probably got 20, maybe 25 acres in the bale already. And this little patches over here don't amount to a lot of ground, but it's weird shaped. It takes a little while to get raked and baled. I'd say inside of a couple hours we could be done, except I keep having more of those sprinkles show up on the hood. It's showing a really light area of rain that's going to move through here. In the next 30 minutes it'll be gone, but not my call today. I'm just helping. Just doing what the boss says. Still see a windrow over there, so right on over there. I was 4 or 5 windrows ahead of him when I left, so could be a little bit. 585's doing real good. The air conditioner's working okay. It's cooled off some. I was looking, but I did not look and see what the temperature was. I was on the weather bug. Well, we'll see what he says in a little bit. Well, I got this field raked. I was in when it started sprinkling. By the time he got over here, all my hood and everything had dried off. He's still going. He ran out of string, I guess. I don't think he's made that many bales. He must not have been plumb full of string when he started, but he is putting a lot of string on them. Makes the bales look much better. So I've got 2 more little fields to do. I don't think this field could be 4 acres. The next one's smaller. And the next one after that's even smaller. So that's the only good news. Have to drive through these trees to get into the next one here. This is the next one. And the last one's just beyond it over there. Right over there. On the other side of those trees. So we'll see how I get along. Maybe you'd like to watch this thing unfold. I'm loving it. Here we go. I'll take you for a round in here. Good to see the last field. That really, the old sky really looks like it could just go ahead and come together and rain. And we got a good chance of rain tonight, 50%, more than we've had in 3 weeks. It's been a good stretch to make some hay. That other field over there is only going to be like 4 windrows or something like that. Matter of fact, when I get up here, I may just hop up there and do it. I can remember where the hole in the fence is. This one up and keep us from running over windrows to get back in the other one and leave. He's done a lot more here on this one before, but it's a doggone rough. Get into a bunch of rocks. There's a patch on back there that goes around a pond, and then it goes farther over that way, but it's all on a hillside. And last time we did it, they had blowed all the leaves out of their yard the year before over into that. I think about half the bales was a quarter leaves. But anyway. Do this much better when I'm not holding the camera. That looks really cloudy over there, like it might rain, but our weather goes that direction, so that's kind of where we've been here. Well, if I don't have anything more, sign off here and say thank you for watching my video. We're almost to wrap up hay, and we could get done this week. First cutting, and I ain't gonna have no second cutting. Don't need the hay that bad, so anything on mine grows up, it'll get to stand there. One piece of mine is already got cattle on it, so we're getting close, getting close. We just basically lack 3 days of baling and 2 days of mowing, so won't be long now. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.